feel like we're in a time where, you know, genres are, you know, becoming genreless, right? There are so many, you know, music is just music, right? And there are elements to music, and when it feels good, it feels good. It really doesn't matter, you know, what the genre is. So I'm definitely excited to be an artist living during this time where, you know, there's so much diversity in music, right? And I'm so happy to be a part of that. To answer your question about, you know, just life during the pandemic, one thing that the pandemic taught me is that motion is so important. It is so important for us as people, especially us as entertainers, creatives, artists, to stay in motion. And just being locked up for that time, you know, I actually had COVID. I got really sick, man. I got really sick, lost like 20 pounds in a week and a half type, you know, sick. Like at the top of the COVID, like right before, you know, the world shut down or whatever. And it just had me, you know, just really, you feel me, locked in. And it was just super hard to be creative. And honestly, I'm still trying to get it back right now. It's funny that we're doing this interview right now because yesterday I actually, you know, got on the mic, got behind the mic at this jam session called Ox Jams here in Chicago, curated by Leonard Maddox and Josiah Maddox, the Maddox brothers. And that was my first time behind the mic outside of church, right? So now I feel like, cool, I'm finally getting back to just getting back acquainted with that piece of myself that I haven't been able to tap into, you feel me, for the last, you know, year or some change. So I would say that that's like one of the biggest things, man, just staying in motion, right? And, you know, the pandemic was like a portal, man. Like it was so different for all of us. And, you know, it was definitely something that, you know, the world needed, right? It was an opportunity for, you know, I feel it was an opportunity for everyone on earth to realize that, hey, it's time to reset. God is doing something amazing in his mysterious ways that is going to, you know, push his world, you know, forward, right? And we got to be ready for this new world that he's creating. You know, everybody's going to be socialized different. Everybody's shedding, you know, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Everybody's getting exactly what they need during this time. So I've been trying to do that, you know, for myself. So kind of rewinding, right? So March is like when the pandemic happened. So around March time, that's when I was in the zone, man. I was gigging. I was doing a lot of things. I was performing. I was hosting a show, my show that I founded in 2019 in March called Sunday Session Shot, right? That's a show where we just try to, you know, showcase emerging artists and just give amazing, you know, shows to the scene here, right? I love performing, but I also love collaborating. I love showcasing folks. I love, you know, just whatever. I love people. So we had just finished our first year anniversary show, man, the first Sunday of March, right? So fast forward a little bit, the pandemic happens. I kind of get sick. As I, you know, what was kind of coming back, was feeling better, I wanted to continue the platform, right? So we know how it was, April, May. Everybody was on Instagram Live, right? Everybody and their mama was on Instagram Live. It was crazy. Instagram was shutting down every 2 seconds, at least on my end, because everybody was posting, right? Everybody was trying to stay connected the best way that they could. So during that time, I started this thing called the Green Room on Instagram through Sunday Sessions, where, you know, we would just kind of do conversations like this with artists. We all know that, you know, on stage, the magic happens, but it's a lot of magic that happens behind the stage. So we try to, you know, give that experience to our, you know, to our community. And, you know, we were able to, you know, interview artists here in Chicago, along with artists who are from Chicago, who moved to do great things in LA. For instance, Portia Clay, Steve Epting, who's a part of Kanye West's Sunday Service. And that was around the time that album dropped, and they were doing like a lot of things during the quarantine. So a lot of things were happening. Fast forward, you know, a lot of things were happening in terms of the social climate of the world. And we kind of kept it going into George Floyd passed, man. That was definitely a hard time. And as we approached like the 1 year, you know, for that, that's kind of when, I thought it was best. I personally feel like God told me to just kind of shut it down and kind of reset for me because I was still going. You know what I'm saying? And that's not what the pandemic was for. The pandemic was for us all to resell and get what we need. So I've been trying to do that. And throughout, time, I've been getting, much closer to God, serving a lot in my church and just, getting into my new form, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and just trying to connect the dots. One of the worst experiences of my life, man. And I most definitely, quarantined for like 3 weeks. And it's funny because, I didn't know I had it in March. And last November, I actually called it again, or whatever you want to call it. That was like around Thanksgiving. So I like did Thanksgiving on Zoom, with my family downstairs and stuff like that. 2020 experiences, man. 2020 is the year we'll always remember. The year where, a lot of the rest of our lives will be defined by, what we did and how we spent our time doing that period, man. So I'm definitely excited to, be on the other side. It's May 20, 2021. It's a blessing to be here, bro.